Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is the Best of Both Worlds campaign. Thank you very much for joining me. Did I say that I was Count Christo? I may have done. We're moving the Kriegsmarine into position. There are 20 enemy ships in the North Sea and 30 in the Channel. And we have air superiority over the Channel right now. And we are going to convoy raid the bejesus out of the retreating people from Dunkirk. Every single one of them is going to perish. We mustn't lose Calais though. You, retreat to Calais. Are you guys retreating in that direction already? They don't look like they are. We're probably going to hold here. Let's move these medium tanks in and try and make sure we don't lose Calais. That would be rather annoying. It would rather scupper my plans. Move a bunch of infantry through. And do a counteroffensive here. Let's try and stop them attacking me. Relieve the pressure a bit. I'm tempted to lose one province last stand, but I know I shouldn't. Okay, so here's our first contact with the enemy. Where are... I need more bombers. Give me some more nav bombers, please. Here as well. Need some support. We're just trying to get through here, but it's difficult to resist taking out a bunch of US and Norwegian planes, especially when they have no carrier support, which means we should devastate them. Just keep an eye on Dunkirk. Nice, we got the tanks in position. Yeah, no chance of pushing us back there. Now, should do quick work. We are getting a few of our planes shot down. Oh, there we go. Critical hit on the USS New Orleans there. Nice. I think it was a critical hit. Can I see that? Yeah, received one critical hit indeed. Nice. Instantly re-engaging them, of course. But we'll drive them out soon enough. Oh, okay. This time they've come with air cover. No, thank you. We will do not engage. I want you to move down here and do not engage. And then when you're ready, push all these guys out. We'll switch them back onto engage. Just ignore the enemy fleet. Move past it. Move past it. Good. They're going to repeatedly re-engage, but then repeatedly disengage, so... Which I guess is just their way of simulating, you know, a repeated... a struggle for them to catch up and us repeatedly struggling to get further away. We did lose, unfortunately, a lot of our carrier fighters there to surface planes. Sorry, to land. I keep calling them surface planes for some reason. To land-based planes is what I mean to say. But that's okay. We can recover from that. The tanks in position. Many of them are. Not all of them. They really ought to be strat redeploying. Where are you struggling for supply so much? In Calais? Yeah, fair enough. He's pilot promoted. Okay, he's got another tile closer. Well done. Losing some planes, though. As soon as he's out of here, we'll redeploy these guys. Yep. All right, all of you. Let's be having you in The Hague. And let's just move a bunch of these guys out. Where can they go instead? Oh, whoops. I'm not sure what happened there, but we need to fix that pronto. Let's move these casts. Just have them sit in Warsaw for now. Hold, so we just cancel our order and then go sit in Warsaw in case they're needed later. And yeah, you guys, I don't know what's going on here, but 2 of you stay behind. A bunch of you fall back to some here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can fit maybe 2 more in here, depending on how damaged those are. In fact, actually, we could delete a bunch of them. 4, 5, 6. Just to fill out some of our fighter wings, because they're not all full right now. Which is never... Nice. Very brief engagement there, killing an American destroyer. You guys are still coming down here, aren't they? Do they make progress when in battle? Okay, we're here. We're here. Nice. Annihilated some convoys there. Okay, so... Italian, light, medium, Romanian tanks. Bring them down. That's in north, isn't it? Yep, okay, which means all you guys. Switch over to France. All planes are in position. Boom. Bring them down. We're going to crush them. So they've got about 220,000 men in Dunkirk. Isn't that about the right number? I'm going to check. Dunkirk. I think there were about 200,000, weren't there? 220,000 British troops-ish? There were 330,000 total evacuated. But what about actually of the BEF? Where does it say? It's not saying. A total of 3,300. So it's slightly smaller. I can't see a number for Britain. I don't want to spend too long on Wikipedia here. So about 300,000. It's slightly smaller than historical Dunkirk. It's also going to go a lot worse than historical Dunkirk for the British. So as soon as we start seeing people retreating, we're going to put all those guys on convoy raiding. Till then, we'll just stand here trying not to engage. We're also providing shore bombardment, of course, which means their defense is getting decimated. We also have the encirclement penalty. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you provide the shore bombardment when in combat? Let's see. Oh, they didn't even retreat. They just all died. Alright, well, so much for that. The fleet. Honestly, let's do it. Let's just engage. No, just stay holding, but engage. Come at me. Come at me, British fleet. I'm going to demonstrate that I can stand in the channel and there's nothing you can do about it. Redeploy all fighters to the channel. Redeploy all CAS to the channel. With the combined army of the Luftwaffe... Well, I guess they're not Luftwaffe anymore. We're still calling them the Kriegsmarine anyway. We'll call them the Luftwaffe. The combined army of the Kriegsmarine and Luftwaffe... Combined might, rather, of the Kriegsmarine and Luftwaffe. Look at that! The carriers that were less experienced had their men decimated. Absolutely annihilated. But the guys in the more experienced carriers didn't. I guess that's just how much of a difference that bonus gives. That's crazy. We should also do this and just put all our aces on the carriers. Just because it's fun. They might well do better work not on carriers. But doesn't it just seem really fun to have all our carriers on... all our guys led by aces? I mean, it seems awesome to me. Leading in, yeah, that's, yep, anyone that's leading a wing of 100 is getting redeployed. There we go. 8 glorious aces. Nice. Okay, so here comes the engagement, proper engagement. They don't even have air power deployed against us, I guess because it's nighttime. Fair enough. That is a terrible fleet to assemble against me, Britain. I'm not sure what you're planning on doing with this, but I suspect it's not going to do so well. Yeah, now that our carrier modifier is worn off, So our guy hasn't actually learned anything yet. He's getting it there to superior tactician. We can... oh no, right. I was going to say, can't we assign him traits? No, that's not Waking the Tiger. That's Man the Guns. Sadly, we're not going to be able to assign him traits once he learns stuff. But still, it'll be good once he gets Ironside, air controller. Lots of good things he could get. There we go. Just easy kills on some small allied ships. Okay, so you are overstacked somehow. Because 2 of you got reassigned to you, whereas you are where they should have been. Let's just evenly spread these against along this front, and then as more deploy, we can have them deploy straight in. You are missing 13, right? No, 15. So we'll put 15 more. There we go. Okay, so the light tanks, the medium tanks here aren't really necessary. But I would actually like to leave them here for a moment while we just drive these guys back a bit further. I want to push them to this river. So let's do that. Shouldn't be too tricky. But if we push them back to this fort wall and then this river, I'll feel much happier about this front, such that I can stop looking at it for a moment and go and deal with the Caucasus. The Soviets keeping up their offensive here, but I really think they were going to regret that, because it's going to wear down equipment they could much more effectively use to defend against my push. Pocket them. Nice. Take Casablanca. Lovely. Okay, good. Very effective push here, and anyone the British send at my fleet are getting annihilated. Marvellous. They could do with some repairs, but I really don't want light ships on low strength. Which one? Kriegsmarine has 2 ships on low strength. Which ones? Ah, the Bismarck. The Bismarck and the Graf Spee have taken some hits. Ooh, as well as a lot of the... Oh, God, the Jugends took heavy damage there. Okay, retreat back as fast as you can. And let's get... Oh, that's why. Oh, good Lord. Okay, you know how I said I can just stand here and take it? I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. That's a lot of freaking planes they just deployed against us. Let's get some cover on both zones and then just retreat. Do not engage. I do not want them to sink any more of my ships. We did lose a few there. Yep. We lost our first tier 3 heavy cruiser. No. And all of our planes. Did that kill our pilots? No, they managed to survive. Good. Are we not going to manage to push them back here? Really? Ah, right, yeah. Planes could probably redeploy over here. You guys, no, let's not do that. That's foolish. We'll just lose too many planes if we try and stay over the Atlantic. Sorry, over the channel is what I mean to say. Okay, but if we redeploy all our planes over France, suddenly we have a colossal advantage over France. Maybe we can push in here. Let's try and push with the guys that are actually good at pushing, shall we? Rather than all these infantry. No one's actually in our side, so this battle will end. And then we can just restart it. Yeah, there we go. Now we have the right guys on the front. We can start making some progress here. Romanian tanks still doing sterling work. How is our subject independence looking? Italy is all the way down. Romania is all the way down. Bulgaria is moving up a little bit. I would like to move them to integrated. What would we get? A little bit more of their trade. Sorry, we'd get a bunch of their factories. That would be nice. We would take 9 more to political power. Only 9. Huh. That's cool. Okay. Did our ships manage to get home? Did you lose any more? Oh no! The Gneisenau. The Gneisenau and 2 heavy cruisers both sunk. Oh, that's devastating. But it looks like they're clear now. The Allied air power is not nearly as impressive over here. That is devastating. Poor Gneisenau. Alright, keep these guys under pressure. Under pressure. So that when these tanks push through here, they can then move on to that one. Good. So I'm pushing them back fine on the other front. Okay, just about time to start that Caucasus push then. Let's finish up actually in Belgium first, and then we'll do the Caucasus push. Need to grab that oil, baby. There we go. Driving them back. Nothing can oppose our glorious tank divisions. We are at a full army experience right now. We're still making Panzer IIs for the lights. That's funny. We should maybe upgrade these. Excuse me. I can't see the highest one. This is the one I want to change. It's probably the UI mod I use. Mucking with it a bit. We could up the reliability a bunch. And the engines, make them a bunch faster. But I'd kind of like the reliability to stay high. But we can do that. We'll get enough army experience by the time we invent the next one to do this again. So sure, let's do that. Barely hurts our production efficiency. Having our tanks move faster is always really useful. Crush in there. Crush in there. Beautiful. Got the infantry on the front line again. Pull those guys out. Just put them straight back in so they can be in as reserves. Good. Okay, so garrisoning some ports. Be advised. And Calais as well. So they landed there. They'd really muck with our plane deployment. Okay, everyone's where they should be in terms of having the planes up. We are dominating them over this region. Good. Just keep pushing them back. Yeah, with the Panzers on the front line, Panzers in reserve, I think we got them there. Nice. Very nice. And we took out a whole bunch of convoys with our nav bombers while we were there. That's very good. I don't think you can see convoy numbers. Oh, no, you can. Okay, so they have plenty. US still has plenty. Okay, well, taking out those convoys didn't accomplish a great deal. Let's stand down these guys. I don't want them just throwing themselves into the fray, except when we actually have some good reason to do so. Okay, let's get some more Cass over France. Good. So we're going to break them in both places. Magnificent. Okay, new borders. Very close to accomplished, but not quite. You've got some men for me, Bosnia? No, those are just fleets. I really do think you should be able to take your puppets fleets. I think there's a mod that does that. I should look into downloading that. Not for this series, so I don't want to risk mucking things up by adding new mods, but could you take Casablanca already, please? But in the first series I do in Waking the Tiger, maybe, if it updates quickly. I could look into that. Pilot promoted. Good. And the final tile falls. There we go. New front. established. Great. Will we be able to hold this with infantry? I suspect we will. Let's let them get to the front. Probably time for speed 3, honestly. I think speed 2 is the right move for the last few. I know people get very annoyed when I play on low speeds, but there's lots of stuff going on. I have to make these decisions quite quickly sometimes. So it's helpful if I can slow it down. Alright, let's send the lights, sorry, the mediums over here. Some of you in low supply. My air supply not helping quite as much as it could be. What's the supply limit down here? Problem? Previous infrastructure and local infrastructure? Well, we can't help with either of those, unfortunately. Oh, hello, Greece. Is that a new troop I see? I need you to help come and defend ports up in the Netherlands. Thank you. Okay, and do we want to take all the lights out? Let's take them out a little bit and just see if the Allies go nuts on the offensive. And see what our front actually looks like. I think that looks very holdable. Just, again, just so I don't have to look at it as regularly. Let's throw some forts in. We're back onto mass-producing mills. We should maybe make some more synthetics, actually. Let's do that. There we go. Bunch more synthetics will help with our oil. And in the long term, rubber is going to become an issue again. Just as our industry continues to spiral out of control. Maybe we do bit by bit. No, we need so much oil right now. Even capturing Baku and Iran and Iraq, I don't think would meet our oil deficits. I mean, that would literally meet our oil deficits at the moment, but they're gonna increase, right? So, I don't know. Took out some heavy cruisers somewhere in there. 5 submarines. You look at that. They lost a heavy cruiser, a destroyer, a light cruiser, heavy cruiser, destroyer. Nice. And another one. They lost submarines, destroyer, 2 carriers. Get wrecked. Shouldn't have flown too close to my land-based planes, should you, allies? Let's get one of these guys over here and some planning bonus to actually push them out of Iran. Iran, I mean to say. Do encircle Casablanca. Keep moving in. Good. Okay. Lovely. So, playing can generally stop fighting over France. Are we trading well? We are trading okay, but just because of their massive plane count advantage, I don't consider this a great idea right now. So let's call off this, especially the Cats are apparently doing some naval bombing there. Let's call that off. Okay. So we've got more planes deployed over here. Let's move a couple back over towards the Soviet front, just in case we need them later on. Good, just so they're in the places we're likely to want them. And then, yeah, let's put a bunch of fighters on intercept over our own areas. They don't need to be on air superiority, but just so that if the Allies do decide they want to do some bombing, we show them the error of their ways. Come at me, Bomber Harris. We will bring you down. And yeah, some over the Benelux as well. You lose so few planes when you're on intercept that I really feel like there's no reason not to just throw up a bunch over our home region. Yeah, see, there we go. Instantly, there's a bunch of people coming over here. So let's see, just 500 of our planes, 2,000 of theirs, 0 fighters lost, already killed 15 of their planes. They are bombing some of our buildings, but we're disrupting them as well. I mean, really, why not deploy all of our fighters on intercept right now, since we're not using them? I mean, they won't be able to respond as rapidly if we suddenly needed them on the front, but I find it quite unlikely that we will. So, let's just do this. So, come at me, wherever you want. Czechoslovakia, Central Germany, wherever you come, I will intercept. And we will intercept against the Soviets as well. Because we might as well. Again, we'll lose not very many planes, and we'll inflict some heavy casualties on them. Which will be lovely. Good. And you guys as well can intercept. Fabulous. There we go. Right, we don't have any over the Alps. They might go there as well. Don't need to be doing that. Cass. Okay, good. We will lose some fighters to accidents, but not too many. Okay, looks like we're holding fine here without the tanks. So I'm going to take the tanks and help with the Caucasus push. It's a big deal, this Caucasus push. We'll send some tanks in from the north, some from the south. Make this pocket even more easy. Fabulous. They're going to take a while to arrive, so we'll zoom out and we'll give it all she's got. Give it some speed 4 there. Why is there a naval combat here? Ah, just some convoys. Okay. So you guys, let's send you the reserves over to Danzig. They do have some repairs to do, but how's Copenhagen? Yeah, Copenhagen's late. Let's go there. Because I want it to be easy to select the bit of the Kriegsmarine we're actually fighting with right now. So, you 6? Not you. Or maybe you? God, I can't remember now. Let's just let them move. Alright, yeah, these guys. One stay there. One go here. One go here, and one go here. And then they'll all get repaired. And we have now got this anti-air, so if they try and bomb us here, we should have a little bit of resistance to that. Marvellous. Some more battles in the Eastern Med that we're winning. Large ships on low strength, that's fine. They're just briefly redeploying. Right, the British have Bornholm manned right now. We should show them the error of their ways, error of our ways. Error of their ways there. Maybe when the Italians deploy. How is the naval situation down here? There are too many for me to really risk deploying those Italian guys. So I think those might sit... I mean, I might just cancel this, to be honest. Because we're never going to be able to get them off Sicily. Well, no. Let's not cancel them. Let's deploy them. Then use them to take Corsica. And then just get rid of them again. Seems good. New army facing the Allies. Give them a leader. Give them a target. Lovely. Give them a colour. There we go. Okay. Oh, by the way, have you got anything I can assign you? You do indeed. Infantry expert on him. Logistics wizard. Absolutely. Anything else? Recovery rate? Always good on an infantry guy. I do love adaptable, but I think we should probably give him recovery. You also? Anything? No. Although we could give him recovery rate, which I will do. Lovely. Should have thought of that earlier. Should have thought that a lot earlier. Now, let's consider the other guys. You can get infantry expert. Lovely. Don't have enough command power for now. Fair enough. Alright, so in the next episode, the tanks will arrive and we will finally launch the glorious push for the Caucasus, which will enable us to once again begin massive naval production after a brief lapse of only about, 4 months, I think? How long has this war been going on with the Allies? I think it's only been September, wasn't it? So it's only been a 3-month war so far, two and a bit even. I feel like the first 2.5 months of this war's gone pretty well. We took over like all of Africa. All the bits that we really care about anyway. It's pretty good. Pretty good, honestly. We're in good shape. I'm going to let the tanks arrive this episode, just so that next episode I can start immediately with the Caucasus push, because I know some of you might be feeling a little bit blue-balled on me saying we're going to do a Caucasus push and not doing it for a while, but we will we can sort that. Alright, get down here, get those ports. Good. African control established. The German Empire now has its place in the sun. I love that they've left us in control of Ethiopia. We're putting that Civ factory to good use. So do we have any planes in reserve right now? Like any? Not really. Okay. So we might want to reduce the size of some air wings, or rather reduce the number of air wings slightly, just so we actually have... Yeah, by deleting those, there we go. We now have a fighter surplus. What about Cass? Cass, yes, you have a Cass surplus. Good. So all the wings will stay at their correct size. Excellent. Anyone got any manpower that I could deploy somewhere where it's not just on an island? They have some. Ooh, Yugoslavia does. Okay, let's get some more of these guys. Some troops. Just, have you got a decent... Oh, they do build 40 widths. Good on you, Romania. We'll copy that. Yugoslavia. Have you got a 40 width as well? They do. Look at that. Bulgaria. Yes, please. Have you got a 40 width? They do. Look at that. They're building good templates. Excellent. Albania. I'll get one from everyone, in fact. Albania. Alright, but I have to actually pick it. They built 40 width medium tanks. What is this? The AI has grown a brain. Or are they just copying mine? Oh, those are my templates. Never mind. Never mind, they're just copying mine. Oh well. We'll copy that across. In fact, did the others have those templates as well? Like, does Greece? No, I think it's because I released Albania recently, so they just stole my template. Okay. But Greece has a 38 width. That's pretty good. Is that everyone? No, Croatia. Hey, Croatia. Do you have a 40 width by any chance? 30. They're getting there. Okay, so here are these guys. Let's give them some names. This is Romania. Inf 40. Sorry, 40i. So I do that just to keep it all nice and standardized. This is Yug 40 Inf. This is the lovely Bulgarian 40 Inf. This is the Greek. They're at 38th, we'll call it 40. 40i, and we will add in some infantry to make it 40. We might even leave in, well, no, we should take out the anti-tank. You don't need that. Signals in infantry? Nah, that's a bit excessive. Let's take that out too. Okay, final one. This is the Crow 40 Inf. And we will take these out, add in some more infantry, and then we're out of army experience pretty soon. Just enough to make that fit. Good. Okay, so basically, we should just train until they have no more, not the Italian ones. We should just train until they have no more manpower. So you've got, if we let the day tick, I think, is what you have to do. Or does it instantly put it in? Hey, no, it instantly put it in. Okay, 2 more. Bring you down to 10k. 1 more will be your last little dregs. That's okay. Just do with, go with 5 for now. 5 Romanian ones. Yugoslavia had quite a bit, didn't they? Yes, nice. Can you support that? Not quite. How many of these can you support? Funny that you can't use the kind of white, yellow bar. Sorry, the white or yellow bar thing. Probably just because the that depends on how much of the stuff you've managed to supply. You've got 56,000. How much does this actually use of yours? Or are you integrated? I don't think he is. So we should be able to support 4-ish. Yeah, very nearly 4. Let's go 1 over, so that we get their manpower as they gain it as well. You can support 4 as well. There we go. Is that right? Not quite. 1 more. Good. Just 1 line of these, please. Good. And that is everyone? No, Croatia. Croatia has 8,000. See what you can do, Croatia, to rally up some more men. Albania, 9,000. Albania, give me one of those. Okay. Right, I need to rename that one. This is the Alb 40i. There we go. And we'll delete it and retrain it just so it has the right name in the queue so I don't get myself confused. Okay, so there we go. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4... Sorry. 1, 2, 7, 11, 20, 26 divisions. Not bad. In that case, let's knock one off. Romania and here. So we get 24. And that's an army. Nice. Just give them all somewhere to deploy. And then once those are ready, that'll be great. There's a whole other infantry army provided just by our Balkan puppets. Lovely news. And of course, funded by us. We have all the equipment, which means it will be, you know, pretty good in terms of the army. The equipment will be higher tech than if we let them produce it themselves. Where are you at, light tanks? Getting close. Ooh, Caucasus oil, I can feel it. We can lower the autonomy of a subject. Which one? We can lower Italy to integrated, which we will do, even though it costs political power, because we would love that extra industry. 368 goes to 358. Nice. Free mills. We've actually got 100 factories making panzers, which is why we're having such a devastating oil issue. What should we make instead, so that doesn't take oil, preferably? How many upgrades do we have left to do with infantry equipment? Probably a lot, right? Yeah, a ton. Like 300,000. Let's put another 20 factories on infantry equipment, just to really help that. A subject may soon raise its autonomy. Is it Italy by any chance? We should build some, what? Anti-air in Italy? Infrastructure in Italy? Doesn't really have it. We've already built infrastructure in all the places they actually have, whatchamacallit, resources. Well, there's some aluminium here, sure. We'll build some there. And then, I don't know, some coastal forts, I guess. Just to lower the, you know, they're not that useful, but they're not useless. And it'll lower the autonomy nicely. That will do. Won't take very long to build at all. Okay, so light tanks, very nearly in position. While they do the last little move into position, I will see if we can launch this attack. So we're going to obviously start out losing because these guys are terrible. But if we just keep at it, there's a possibility we could win eventually. They didn't have full planning bonus. Let them get full planning bonus. And then the idea will be we'll just send them in again and again and again. Give me Panther, please. We want to upgrade our light tanks. How have we still not driven them out of Iran? My goodness. Multiple combat penalty, and they're at low orb because they launched an attack. Now surely we have them. Yes, indeed we do. Alright, lots of ports to be garrisoned in our new African holdings. But that's fine, we have people on hand to do so. You going all the way down, good. Anywhere else? No, everywhere else is already garrisoned, apart from Oran itself. So as soon as that falls, we will pop these guys in. Mountains, so it takes, of course, a while to actually get in there. There we go. Good. One there, another one there, another one there. Lovely. We'll just leave most of these guys behind to garrison, I think. Having a bit of trouble over the Turanian, so we'll send a few more bombers over there to help out. Why have I got Cass down here doing that? That seems wrong. Come over here and do some bombing instead. Okay, so African campaign all but one. Puppet divisions sorted. Belgian front sorted. Soviet front shortened. Next on the agenda is the Caucasus push, and then we're into wholly new territory because we, that was when I say rather euphemistically, I deleted the save. Of course, it was just after we got the. Oh, those aren't Yugoslavian. Just after we got the Caucasus was when I accidentally ended the series. So we're into wholly new territory in the probably, well, I don't know, we'll probably do the Caucasus push in the next episode, one after that. Wholly new territory. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please do hit the like button. It helps out a great deal. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.